Turkey is approaching a presidential election on May 14. So this year will be a crucial turning point for the country. Whether current President Recep Tayyip Erdogan retains his position or not, the outcome of that election will have a significant impact on Turkey's populace, economy, currency, and democracy. Hey guys, what's up? This is Businessville, and if you find today's video to add value, give it a like, share it with your gang, and subscribe to the channel. The manner in which Erdogan responds to the tragedy, and potential calls for accountability regarding why so many buildings were not adequately built to withstand such tremors, will now be crucial to his political future. According to Mike Harris, the founder of Cribstone Strategic Macro, there's backlash if the rescue effort is mishandled and people get frustrated. Of course, the buildings and which ones have collapsed are another issue. There may be severe repercussions for Erdogan if these were constructed in accordance with the new codes, but without government oversight. Erdogan has thus lost control of the story. In an effort to address the country's rising cost of living, Erdogan called for an early election in May. Local inflation was over 57% at the time, down from over 80% between August and November. According to a number of analysts, the action demonstrates Erdogan's urgency to win a second term in office before his contentious economic policies backfire. Harris said the president created this peculiar situation where inflation is running at 80%, but he needs to maintain the stability of the currency between now and the election. Erdogan asserted that he has found a very creative way, a very expensive way, to de-dollarize the economy, basically through the implementation of very unconventional policies. He gave the example of allowing Turks to keep their bank deposits at a 13% interest rate, while also promising to make up their losses should the value of the currency decline further. In fact, Harris boldly asserted, the currency has to collapse if he wins, because there will be no confidence, and he's created this artificial scenario that can't be sustained for a prolonged period of time. Erdogan's earlier populist fiscal election promises, such as raising salaries and lowering the retirement age, may also be impossible at this point, because more public funds will need to be allocated towards rebuilding entire cities and towns. Economic anxiety, high energy prices worldwide, the COVID-19 pandemic, the conflict in Ukraine, and primarily Erdogan's economic policies, which kept interest rates low despite skyrocketing inflation, and drove the value of the Turkish lira against the dollar to record lows, have all contributed to Turkey's economic decline. Turkey's foreign exchange holdings have significantly decreased recently, and Ankara's current account deficit has widened. In the past year, the Turkish lira lost nearly 30% of its value against the US dollar, which had a significant negative impact on Turkish consumers' purchasing power and Erdogan's popularity. Turkey has seen a massive outflow of capital from investors in recent years. Mark Mobius of Mobius Capital Partners LP, a well-known expert in emerging markets, is still bullish in the face of the earthquake disaster and other economic issues. Mobius declared, "When it comes to investing in Turkey, we still believe it's a viable place to invest. As a matter of fact, we have investments there. The reason is that despite having extremely high inflation and a very weak Turkish lira, Turks have always been able to adapt to all kinds of disasters and issues. We therefore have no fear about investing in Turkey." The obvious problem with Turkey's earthquake preparedness was brought up by Mobius, and it may soon damage Erdogan's chances of winning the next election. NATO and Turkey's powerful role on the global stage. Given Erdogan's role as a mediator between Russia and Ukraine, Turkey's future has an impact on the conflict in Ukraine internationally, the main NATO member still preventing Sweden and Finland from joining the potent defense alliance is Turkey. Additionally, Ankara is mediating the Black Sea Grain Initiative, a Russian naval blockade on Ukrainian Black Sea ports, allowing vital grain supplies to be exported from Ukraine to the rest of the world. All of these will be influenced by Erdogan's response to the earthquakes and subsequent electoral performance. For the time being, nations from all over the world and Western allies are sending teams to Turkey to assist with disaster relief. To help those in need and rebuild all the areas affected by the earthquakes, Ankara will need to implement significant public spending. Turkey is a sizable nation with a lot of capacity to deal with natural disasters. Nevertheless, regardless of the capacity available, it was going to be insufficient to handle this kind of disaster. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. If you found the video to be informative, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We will always keep you updated. Thanks for watching.